Today, we're diving into a really simple story from a classroom, but it unpacks a huge idea. What happens when we jump to conclusions? And what's the real cost when we don't give someone the benefit of the doubt?
So let's just ask the question straight up. What actually happens when we let that first flicker of suspicion take over? I mean, we've all been there, right? But it's worth asking, what's the real damage when we rush to judgment?
All right, so our story kicks off with what we're calling the spark of doubt. It all starts with something totally normal, a missing assignment. But as you're about to see, things escalate really, really quickly.
Okay, so picture this. You're in class, the teacher's asking for homework, and this one student, Sammy, starts frantically digging through his bag. He swears he brought it, but the more he looks, the more that panic starts to set in. It's just gone. And right here, this is where everything changes. In his panic, Sami's just looking for a quick answer. And another student, Rami, hands one to him, whispering, "Maybe someone took it." It's just this tiny little suggestion, but that's all it takes. And that little seed of doubt, whoa, it sprouts instantly. Sami's brain just latches onto this new idea, and his panic leads him straight past reason to another classmate, Salma. And he just confronts her right then and there. "Salma, did you take it?" A direct accusation with absolutely zero proof. And that one unfounded question, it has an immediate and very real cost. Which brings us to our next section, the price of accusation. Because let's be real, words like that don't just disappear, right? They hit hard. I mean, can you imagine being Salma right now? One second, you're just sitting in class, minding your own business, and the next, your friend is calling you a thief? She's just totally blindsided, shocked, and really, really hurt.
And this is where you can see the massive disconnect. For Sami, this is all about his missing paper. He just needs a scapegoat. But for Salma, this is so much bigger. It's about her character, it's about friendship, it's about trust. They are on completely different planets emotionally right now.
Okay, but then we get to the turning point, the moment of truth. This is that classic moment where what you think happened smacks right into what actually happened. So Sammy, probably feeling a mix of frustration and maybe, just maybe, a tiny bit of doubt, decides to check his bag one more time. And this time, he's really looking. And wouldn't you know it, there it is, tucked away in a different pocket the whole time. The relief he feels is like a split second long before it's completely washed over by that horrible sinking feeling. You know the one. The, "oh no, what did I just do" feeling. And just like that, the whole thing falls apart. All that drama, the hurt feelings, the tension, it was all built on nothing. A suspicion that just collapses the second it's actually tested. And now Sammy has to face the music. So this really awkward, uncomfortable moment leads him to talk to his grandmother. Which brings us to the real heart of our story today, the wisdom of thinking well. His grandmother tells him about this beautiful concept. In Arabic, it's known as husna al-dhan, and it's basically this, the practice of assuming the best in people. It means you make a conscious choice not to jump to the worst conclusion until you have actual proof. So why does this matter so much? Well, this isn't just about being a nice person. It's actually a super practical tool for your brain. Think about it. It stops fights before they even happen. It protects people's feelings. It saves friendships. And it actually trains your brain to look for the truth, not just someone to blame. Okay, but realizing you messed up, that's just step one. What you do next, that's what really counts. And that brings us to the path to mending. So how do you fix it? Well, it takes a bit of humility, for sure. Step one, you just have to admit you were wrong. Step two, you gotta really learn the lesson so you don't do it again. And finally, step three, a real sincere apology. And that is exactly what Sami does. He goes straight to Salma, he owns it, and he tells her he is truly sorry for accusing her. And this part's amazing. Selma's response is just full of grace. Instead of staying mad, she flips it into a lesson for both of them by saying, the important thing is that we learn. She doesn't just forgive him, she actually helps them both move forward. And that right there is the core lesson, isn't it?
Thinking well of others isn't just a nice idea, it's like a shield. It protects other people from getting hurt for no reason, and honestly, it protects you too. It protects you from that awful feeling of guilt and regret.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Just think back for a second. How many times, how many arguments or misunderstandings in your own life could have been completely avoided if you'd just paused and chosen to think the best of someone, even for a moment? It's a simple thought, but wow, the answer can be pretty powerful.
If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and like!